So to do this activity, students will need to print out a design in black and white only, no greys, black and white. It's best if you can print it out twice and then layer it up doubly so it gets a really deep black. With some designs with thin lines, that can be really tricky to line it up. Then we put our design on top of our film, place it under our glass, put on the glass so that it doesn't move. Again, this is all under dark room conditions because every time you get the film out, it has to be in dark conditions, otherwise you ruin the film. And then, using our timer, we are going to time 60 seconds and we're going to switch on the light. Okay, so that's 1 minute. So 60 seconds actually, because you have to get it accurately, make sure that students know it's accurate. 60 seconds, not any old 1 minute. So now we have our exposed film and we have our tray of developer here. So we need to now develop the film. Now there's two little plastic films on here, and you have to pull them off both sides. There we go, off both sides, and then in the developer with the sponge, we're going to rub away the material. We have to do both sides. You have to do this for at least half a minute to try and get all the material off. If we leave any material on the mesh in that place, it will not etch properly. With fine designs, that can mean the whole design doesn't etch. Okay, so the design's coming out nicely now. You can see it's lightening up. So we're going to rinse this off in water. Let me just do that. There we go, off in water. And now we can turn the lights on. Now, although students, of course, should not turn the lights on until everybody's finished in their developing step. So now we're going to go and turn the lights on, and then we'll go on to the etching step. All right, so now we have our stencil. We have our target metal thing to be etched. So I'm going to put the metal underneath the stencil. Then we're going to use the electrolyte. And we're going to put a few drops of electrolyte on top of the stencil, and also drops of electrolyte onto the pad of the Etch-O-Matic. The electrolyte is mildly irritant, so students should be warned that if they get it on their skin, they should wash their hands, and also wearing eyeglasses at this time would be prudent. So our Etch-O-Matic needs to be connected to our grounding plate, and then we go and we etch. And so we etch for somewhere between 10 and 15 seconds. It varies depending on what metal you're using, so try it out beforehand, and here we go. Alright, so it's been 15 seconds. And as you can see, the areas that were not covered by parts of the stencil have turned this brown colour. And let's pull off our stencil. As you can see, our design has come through. In certain places, it hasn't come through as cleanly as other places. That's probably because there were little bubbles trapped under the stencil. Students who care a lot about accuracy may want to repeat their stenciling so they get a nice clean finish. So now we have to rinse all this off to get rid of any nasty electrolytes, and that will be our finished pendant.